We learned we have to be adaptable. We have to be able to step outside of the comfort zone of, I must send a clinical trial monitor to this site to look over all their paperwork. That just wasn't happening. Nobody was allowed in the academic centers. So how do I make sure that my trial is getting the data I need it to get, and how am I making sure that my patients are safe, but at the same time are continuing to get the data that we need? You learn to adapt. How do we work in this environment? Okay, well we're gonna do something completely different now.
So specifically with diversity in mind, talking about the COVID pandemic, I think we saw a larger number of underrepresented populations participating. When we look at an older population, we had record numbers of that because we saw an over-incidence impact, and then also in communities of color when we look at the US. So I think it really showed the value of transparency and education, and also really talking about the process in a public forum to give people the power to make decisions around whether they wanted to participate or not. So that was one of the aspects. And then also, you know, we had to virtualize a lot of our trials. So a lot of the decentralized trial methods came into play, looking at community sites, which are traditionally left out of research. And all of those different factors really led to some of the successes that we saw with greater enrollment.
We learned that agility and warp speed is going to stay, as we saw that there's a lot of collaboration between BioNTech and Pfizer, Moderna and government, and we're going to continue to see the collaborations amongst industries. And we're going to also see the acceleration of technology. As we move forward, there's going to be AI, machine learning, data analytics, and gene editing. More technology is going to be available, and so we need to be an early adapter and be forefront with that.